joined now by Stevie Johnson. Welcome to Talking Business, Stevie. Now, you are a former reality star turned head of UK talent at the influencer marketing agency Open Influence.
Yes.
How many people are doing this? How many people are actually making a living through influencing?
A lot. To be brief about it, the platform that we work with at Open Influence, we've got over 300,000 influencers now on our platform that we can reach out to and include in campaigns for different types of brands under different verticals.
But are they making enough money to pay their bills, pay their mortgage, or are they just doing it for spending money at the weekend?
It's a bit of both. You get the much smaller influencers nowadays, the more micro type of influencer who might only have about 10,000 to 50,000 followers who are making some really nice pocket money. But then you get the much bigger influencers and the social celebrities now that can leave their work and, yeah, as you said, pay for their mortgage and their whole lifestyle through it.
So you mentioned some of the numbers there. So if you've got between 10 and 40,000, 50,000 influencers, followers, you are a micro influencer.
Sure.
Above that figure, then you're talking the big leagues.
Yeah, well, we try and split it into three different types. It's the micro influencer with those figures that we spoke about. Then there's kind of the power middle, which is where people can really start making a living out of this. Anything from kind of 80,000 to 500,000 followers. And then you've got the very big social celebrities who are pushing up 1 million and above, who might have been famous outside of social media beforehand, but they've been able to take their audience online with them, and then as a result...
And how do they build up that audience on social media? Do people need to live out their lives? They need to post 10 times a day? They need to kind of give their followers what their followers want, like an insight into their lives if they are a celebrity?
Yeah, I think a lot of the audience nowadays they relate to people that are as authentic as possible with their content. So they want someone that they can really relate to, that they can almost look up to in a way. And yeah, sure, if they're posting regularly updates about their life or their niche that they're well known for, then an audience can really resonate with that.
You talk about them being authentic, but is it authentic to be taking money to advertise something to your followers?
Well, that's a really important point for us at the moment in the market. So what we find is that a lot of brands nowadays will only work with specific influencers and vice versa. The best influencers that we work with are very true to their audience. They don't want to fool their audience into promoting a brand or a product that they might not necessarily use in their real life. So that's the best value we're seeing at the moment, is really influencers who stay true to themselves.
And when they advertise that product, is it clear on their feed or on their post that they're being paid to say, hey, look at my lovely car or my brilliant new hairdryer?
They are now. That's something that's changed quite a lot recently. It was a bit of a grey area up until earlier in the year. And then in the US, I know the FTC, and in the UK, the ASA have really clamped down on it at the moment. So as far as we're concerned, at Open Influence where I work, every single post that goes out through an influencer, it needs to be disclosed that it is paid for.
How many followers do you have?
On Instagram, I've got just under 500,000.
So do you what do you advertise?
For me, I view myself as a lifestyle type of influencer, so it's anything that kind of enhances my life. I've done it with a new smartphone recently. I've also done it on holidays, etc.
Free holidays for you, Stevie. Thanks very much for joining us. Before we go, let's just take a quick look at how the markets have been doing in the US. And in the US, stocks have lost ground, pairing some early gains with the S&P and the Dow turning, well, negative. They're now back up positive there. The Dow just above where it closed yesterday. If we switch on, there's the Nasdaq. It's up 0.2%. And let's see what the S&P 500 is at. About a similar level, so just small gains going on in the US markets, and they're light crude down at $54.05 a barrel. Let's get rid of the cube. Coming up after the break, Impact is back, and don't forget you can get in touch with me and some of the team on Twitter. I'm at BBC Rachel Horn. I'll be back tomorrow with Talking Business. Bye-bye.
The Travel Show, sponsored by Turkish Airlines.